He always enjoyed being the top dog. Darth Vader was not accustomed to being embarrassed or played with, but this time there was an associate of his who played with his emotions. In fact, she held the cards on her hand, and Vader could do nothing but release her, let her live so that he could use her another time. The sad and unfortunate part about all of this is that this left Darth Vader in a compromising position, feeling embarrassed in front of Inspector Thanos and the Stormtroopers surrounding him. This was in fact doubly worse because Inspector Thanos was meticulous, and it was hard enough to convince the old man of what Darth Vader had just went through with Dr. Aphra and how he failed miserably. Vader definitely felt more embarrassed than ever, but he tried to hide it as much as possible in front of Thanos and a contingent of stormtroopers. To start this story off, we need to go to our favorite Sith Lord, Darth Vader, who was determined to overthrow Sidious. We all know this, but his first and original plan though was of course to capture his son, recruit him, and convince him to rule the Empire together. For that, he needed the help of Aphra, who went on to find out where Luke is directly from the source, the center of information, the Auntie, who told Aphra that the boy was located on Vroga's Voss. However, Vader was now under the command of Tage, who sent Vader to break up these conspiracies together with Inspector Thanos, a very accurate man who impressed Vader a lot. Because of that though, Vader needed to be very thorough since Aphra secretly worked for Vader and was collecting information on behalf of the Sith Lord. Once the Empire attacked, they did so without mercy. Resist and die, said Vader. Once the blasters started firing, it was a free-for-all. Some of the patrons were shot, but Vader and Thanos now cornered the Auntie. They were interested in one thing only: what happened to the Imperial stolen treasure. Vader wasn't talking. He knew that it was Aphra who stole it, and what's more, Vader ordered her to and gave her specific instructions secretly. The Auntie, however, was quick to point out that it was her who had stolen the goods, but Vader used this chaos to divert a blaster shot with the Force and hit the Auntie straight in the chest as he fell dead immediately. Thanos was frustrated, understandably. It was an unlucky stray shot. Yes, said Vader, very unfortunate. It didn't really matter. Thanos at least had the target in his sights as the stormtroopers rushed to capture Aphra. Vader though was going the other way, quickly. He was contemplating a different plan. Now Aphra was running for her life, sliding under the closing door and blasting the controls. She was now close to escaping as the door was opening, but on the other side, Darth Vader was waiting for her. She was about to escape. Vader had nothing to worry about, but suddenly Vader ignites his red blade. He choked her with the Force and told her not to struggle. He was getting ready to finish her off once and for all before his plans were discovered. Struggling and without breath, Aphra told Vader that she knew where the boy was. Vader stopped and stared at her. He let her go. Vader approached Aphra and ordered her to tell him where Luke was, but Aphra was not stupid. In order to live past this day, she told the Sith Lord that she will tell him later on. Having no other options, Vader turned off his lightsaber and didn't even allow Aphra to speak. He was so infuriated. Believe it or not, the Sith Lord was finally defeated by a girl. Without saying a word, he let Aphra escape, and using the Force, he lifted a ton of rubble and threw it on himself, making it look like he was subdued. As much as Thanos and the stormtroopers tried, Aphra had already escaped, and Vader came out of the rubble, defeated and humiliated kinda, but still proud. Once the inspector asked how was he, Vader simply brushed it off as a simple trap that the girl had prepared for him. He had to say something since, well, the inspector was on him. He was following his every single move. Vader needed to lie that he got defeated by a girl just to see his plans continue in secret. And that's great dedication in my mind. I'm sure you guys can agree. Of course, at this time, Vader was overflown with problems. Sidious didn't trust Vader as he did previously, and now he left him with a shepherd in General Tage, who subsequently left Inspector Thanos to follow Vader and follow every single step. You see, Thanos was not like other Imperials. He was so meticulous and so precise that it was close to impossible for Vader to escape the precise manner and dedication that Thanos had. This was a problem that ultimately Vader had to overcome, and so he did, but this was not easy in the slightest. And that's how Aphra escaped and Vader's secret plans remained intact. Let me know down in the comments about this. Thank you so much for watching this episode, my friends. That's it for today. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up and hit that bell to get notified the moment a new video is up. Have an awesome day, my Star Wars friends, and may the Force be with you always.